Huge Blackman gonna be first up over for the team. 1 versus. You for real? Try to see if he is for real. That's gonna be a bit of trinket. You for real goes. You for real? Trinket? Was that a Hodge? That might have been a Hodge. Knockback by Huge. Second knockback. You can't go anywhere. Hey, make a third knockback. He's just tossing him around like a beanbag. What is this? That is the funniest move ever. Huge Bloodman just yanking, just yeet this guy around. I love it. He's bouncing him against the wall like a tennis ball. Wait, that is so good. That is so good. Stun to Huge. Does he go for a knockback? Potentially does knock him back, but he's taking quite a bit of damage. May have to rotate a lot of defenses. Like the Lassa, immediate trinket with a knockback to follow. Try to see if he may have given himself enough room to get a Hex. It does go for a Hex. You for real does go for a bubble. Oh my god. That is way too much damage from a Paladin. My goodness. Ah, man, that's all you could really do. Yeah, I think Huge played that as well as he could, honestly. All you can do is hex him and hope for the best. He didn't press the wall, but also he didn't expect for Paladin to immediately bubble out of a hex. Most Paladins don't press a bubble, but this man was like, I am taking this kill. I'm taking that man down right here, right now. Atherman gonna be up next, trying to see if he can get himself a setup versus You for real. 2 minutes in a duel. With the flesh cap ready to go. You for real, try to get a flesh cap to his own. Ather just letting it happen. I don't know if he had a hand of freedom for it or not. Maybe he did. But just let it happen at this point. He's going to be full burst out of Ather. Trying to see if he can maximize the holy damage with the Blessing of Protection. But it's not really going to be able to stop a lot of this damage. Euphorial trying to play it very defensive. Hand of freedom. Pony up with the Awakened Matches just to generate those precious resources. Word of Glory spam is always really god. Atherman with the Hand of Freedom. Hodge around the corner. Does not go for the human Rachel. Just trying to hold on to it until later into the duel. Decided that he may just hold on to it and use it for the next competitor. Shield event is up for You for real. Could potentially use this to reverse back. Atherman has got himself a shield of his own, so You for real is a bit of a danger as his shield pops. Is going to be as the shield popping, but has to find himself a lower health. Does he get a lockdown onto You for real? Is that enough damage to take him out though? Does he get the procs that he needs to have the hammer slams? But it's not enough. You for real able to escape the crushing blows of that hammer, but it still has very, very low health. Word of Glory helping recover a little. Wings out of left field. Atherman with a bubble, trying to make sure he's playing very, very carefully. You for real with the wings, trying to see if he can turn that aggression into defense and use that for recovery. Atherman getting a bunch of procs at a perfect time. You for real lag for a bit. Looks like he's back in. Still super low in health. Hand of freedom to Atho as he's trying to give his own flash cap, denying the flash cap. You for real could go for flash cap of his own at this point. I think he should be back up. Atho with a stun. Does this man have a human racial? Unless he just lives his burst. Atho trying to see if he can take him down. One more swing. Crusader strike is a swing. Oh my goodness. With Gloosh right around the corner, immediately stunning Atho. That could potentially be a Blessing of Protection. Trying to see if he can waddle out of that Resonator, and nothing Gloosh can do to stop him. Try to see if you can get him slowed. I don't know if you can you shift through Blessing of Protection? Is that a thing? Because if you could shift through Blessing, give him a 70% slow, maybe you would keep him in the Resonator. But I don't think you can. But looks like he's mostly going to go behind the pillar. Definitely needs to keep Gloosh in combat as best as he can. He's going to stay in combat with that Kevin Slime. Flash Copter around the corner. His Atherman does recover a little bit of health. Shield Diviners very, very soon. Disarmed by Gloosh. Is going to throw out holy damage. Actually, throwing down some damage with Gloosh. Gloosh with a heal from Tagsy. Popping over a Warlock Stone. Does he have a human racial for Ather to get out of the stun? Does get a human racial with a Shield of Vengeance. No more Shadow Blades by Gloosh. Does have a Cloak of Shadows in case he needs to. Atherman, does he have a Hand of Freedom to catch back up? Gloosh trying to maybe swing around the corner, maybe go for a Shadow Step and Trip. Doesn't quite get it. Atherman dropping down Consecration, slowing Gloosh down. Does dive behind the pillar. Should be able to see Atho. Hit him with a sap. No way for him to break out. 38 seconds on a bubble. I don't think Gloosh is going to let that thing come back. Resonator, there's nothing you can do unless he makes a mistake right now. He gets shot. It's over. It is over. I guess Rogues, man, there's nothing you can do. Stun onto Naze. That's going to be a full Resonator. Gonna try to see if we can take him out. Potentially going to be a cheap shot versus Naze. It's going to be a full lockdown with an Axe Toss. Gets him with a Fear with a Blind versus Naze. The pet is still on him. Gloosh should be able to take out the pet easily with that shift. Slowing it down. Should be able to catch himself a bit of a reset unless Naze gets the line inside of Gloosh. Maybe Shadow Furies randomly and gets him out in the open. That's the only way you would be able to get him at this point. Gloosh does dive into stealth though. 9 minutes of the duel, 24% dampening, Naze at no health whatsoever, not a lot of defenses left, does have a potentially a Tyrant. If you can somehow use that Axe Toss and a Mortar Coil to give himself a breather enough to summon a Tyrant, maybe if those pets just decimate all that damage into Gloosh, potentially could do something. Sap into that main Felguard, Wrathguard pet, big damage on the Naze, Sap on the pet full, oh, and Gloosh does end up taking him out. But Too Fast is going to be up next, trying to see if he may be able to Gloosh. Oh, I like that change to the mug. I like that Mage Tower skin a lot. It looks really good with those weapons too. That looks fantastic. Hell yeah. Too fast trying to see if it can make a play. Evasion up immediately. Going to be glitched with the disarm. Blind on too fast. I think Glitch might end up taking him out. This is why I don't think you can trinket blind the guy ever. I think you have to save that blind for a little bit later. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. I think you have to get the openers out in order to beat a sub rogue. You have to force out a trinket out of him. Getting the shot versus too fast. And I think it may be over for him. Trying to get himself a sit pick up as he gets low. Does give him a little bit of survivability. But next episode could be deadly. Does he have anything to follow? Potentially disarm him too fast. Can't really do much. But he does have himself a little bit of healing. Cloak of Shadows. And that's going to be Gloosh trying to see if he can shot us up around. Too fast. He uses a pistol shot. But that's going to be Gloosh diving back into stealth with a Shadow Melon. Too fast. Good potential at least get himself a re-stealth. This man isn't dead yet. Try to see if he can pick up the eyes early. If he can somehow get Gloosh out in the open, maybe it'll be a good spot to hanging out by the eyes, but not quite picking him up. He knows that Gloosh is nearby. He knows he's going to be scouting. Get this shot. Oh my goodness. That is so unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. An immediate vanish before AO can find him. AO skulking over to the eyeballs, man. Is thinking of picking him up. He's got himself the dagger and the katana ready to go. And Gloosh is just as far as he can away from him. Just trying to avoid everybody. Trying to stay as out of line of sight as best as possible. Waiting for some cooldowns. Has a trinket, needs that blind though. If he can get that blind, he'll have himself all the tools he needs to drop AO. Get a shot onto AO with a resident forcing a trinket on him. AO trying to see if he can throw up down and get a shot. Gloosh with a blind to follow immediately. Trying to see if he may be able to potentially get a kill here, unless he makes a mistake. AO with a vanish. No way. Oh my god, Gloosh. Did he just let him vanish? Is that what happened? He just kind of walked away. Maybe he was busy typing, but he literally walked away. AO is still out in the open. Wait a second. Gloosh just didn't quite get him yet. Okay, well maybe AO gets a chance here. If he takes down Gloosh, it maybe goes, I guess, for Lexi's, Reventy, Tagsy. We still actually have a lot of boys from Team 2 here ready to go. I didn't even realize that. Lexi, they'll separate to the other side as well. Gonna be AO with a smoke bomb. I think trying to see if he can find Gloosh. Both of them setting a smoke bomb. Who's gonna get the smoke bomb first? It's gonna be a shadow step by Gloosh first. Oh my god, smoke bomb, smoke bomb. I think it's over. Disarm. Wait. No way. You did not just turn around on him. You did not. With the resident kid the shot, he got nothing left unless you make a mistake and don't crit. Oh my god, AO. Oh my goodness, no way. No way this rogue has been out Gloosh the Gloosh. Are you kidding me? Cheap shot into eviscerates, trying to see if he can take down Reventy. Does not have a lot of defenses. Use that evasion to try to get aggressive, but he's gonna have to back up out of the consecration waiting for him. Reventy with the hand of freedom. A dampening man. It's really gonna come down to the Paladin popping a bubble and most likely gonna stun to AO. You gotta find eyes or something, but actually all his eyes are down. All eyes are down and all eyes are on AO to see if this man can somehow make it back. Has to wait for the eyes, I guess, at this point. Well, eyes are up. He could grab him if he wants to. I think he's expecting for the rogue to be there ready with Sab, but nope, AO is actually super far away. So Reventy most likely is going to have to look out for him. If he goes left side pillar, he may see the rogue. Almost got him in combat. Almost. He dismounted to try to use an ability, but the rogue was behind him with a shadow step. That's going to be a Hodge onto AO. Has the chicken for it. Trying to see if he can force out TDs out of Reventy. Does force out a bubble. That's going to be Reventy trying to see if he can slow him down. Trying to see if he can crash right through AO. Going for the big Wake of Ashes cleave, but AO is able to get out of this scotch-free with a vanish. Sab by AO. Reventy with only a blessing of protection. Can the AO just make it happen? He literally waited for the trinket here. Immediate bop, and AO is just bailed out of it completely. Just sprinted. It was like, bop, I'm running. I ain't giving him a cooldown at all. Stun, he's gonna trick it out of it. Reventy trying to see if he can crash all the damage. Cloak shadows with evasion out for the rogue. It's gonna be Reventy with the eye for it. I trying to see if he can reverse some damage back to the rogue. Cheap shot of ball, locking down the Paladin. Back-to-back wings are up and running. Trying to see if he can get those hammer slams onto the rogue. Does he have a hand of freedom? Does he have a pony? He just has a crippling poison coursing through his legs. Can't really move him that well. And AO dives back into stealth. Swift as the wind, waiting out for the wing sap onto the Paladin. I think you just lock him down right now. Unless you're just waiting for DRs. He potentially could be just waiting for DRs. Maybe trying to put him out in the open. Does he expect to hammer justice on the Paladin? Mark for death, ready to go. Get a shot. Immediate human ratio for Revenue with a cheap shot right after. Try to see if he can lock it down. As Revenue trying to get some counter pressure. The best he can. Stun. Wait, does he turn around onto the rogue? No way. Oh, Revenue actually took it back, boys. My goodness. Oh my god. No way. Yo, closer than 3. Yo, that's huge. Ayo, almost did it. Revenue does bring it back for a seam though. He held in there through rogues resets. Can we ban rogues? That was a long duel, Taxi. You know what? They'll ban themselves over in the